new day to you. Welcome back to life in the Higham house. Heading on out to the chickens. We gotta feed, we gotta water, we gotta take care of them here. It is a gorgeous day. It's Monday, it's the beginning of a new week. Look at that blue sky up there. Sun is shining. Can't ask for a better day. The weekend was also beautiful. Had a little bit of rain, but wasn't too much to really deter the day. We actually had enough rain Saturday morning, wet everything down, but Saturday was an awesome day to be outside and taking care of the garden. We got a ton of stuff planted. If you want to see that, check out yesterday's vlog, Breaking Grounds. We got 2 of the flower beds tilled. One we've already got peas and blueberries in, and it's 2 days later and they look fantastic. We got leaf growing on the blueberry bushes, and the beans and the peas are actually beginning to grow. Like, I can see noticeable growth with them, so we're super excited about that. And the tomato garden has been tilled once. We're gonna come back a little bit later on this week, give it a second till, and we'll be ready to plant that here in a couple weeks. We won't put anything into there until we get closer to Mother's Day. We've got a couple pots of herbs that are already looking fantastic. 2 of them we saved from last year. We kept them in the garage in the greenhouse. So we got curled parsley and we got our rosemary. Both are looking phenomenal. And then we picked up another curled parsley and some cilantro. And if you remember, a couple vlogs back, we put our cilantro in the greenhouse and it kind of got a little wilted. I think the moisture and the heat got to it and gave it a little bit of a 1-2. But we trimmed it back, put it outside, planted it in a pot, and it's doing fantastic now, so I'm super excited about that. But we've got to get to the chickens, get them watered and fed and taken care of, ready for the day. And then I've got a ton of work to do. Asher's got a lacrosse game tonight, one of his final ones. And so we're gonna get our work done, we're gonna do that. But right now, we're taking care of the animals. So let's go get it. So, quick update, if you've been following the vlog for the last couple of episodes, we have been getting crazy counts on our egg layers. Like, we've had almost 7 days in a row of 10 to 13 eggs being laid every single day, which is blowing my mind because in the past they've kind of cycled through. We'd get 1 or 2 days of like 12 eggs or 13 eggs, and then it would drop down to like 6 or 7. But last week, I kept waiting for it to drop. It didn't drop. We got a dozen eggs almost every single day last week. In fact, if you remember, we went the vlog that's marked a Farmer's Dozen, where I said we had 13 eggs in 1 day. But I also said that Peg, our Americana, was sitting in the box, and if she laid, we would get 14. I went back later on that afternoon. I didn't vlog it. I should have vlogged it. But I went back, and guess what? Peg had laid a blue egg. So we had 14 eggs. So that means on that day, all 14 chickens gave eggs. And I thought for sure the next day, oh, we're going to see a huge drop. Maybe 5, maybe 6. Nope. Got another dozen eggs. I don't know the success. I don't know why it's happening. We're doing really good at feeding them. We're doing really good at giving them table scraps. We're doing really good at keeping the water good. And I think they're just enjoying life. I think they're happy. I think because of that, they're putting out eggs. And that makes me happy. So it's a good relationship. Chickens are happy. They're putting out eggs. I'm happy. And I'm happy to take care of the chickens to keep them happy. So we get more eggs so we can be happy. It's a perfect cycle. You can't get better than that. Happy chickens, happy eggs, happy me. And we're all good. So let's get in there. Let's get them fed and watered. And we'll see how many eggs they get us today. super excited because the chicks are doing fantastic. We introduced them into the coop last week with the rest of the chickens. Actually, we introduced them last weekend. It was Friday, Saturday. We let them stay in the coop Saturday and Sunday with the hopes that they would start acclimating. And they did. There were a couple nights, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, even Tuesday night, we had to help the chicks get back into the coop. But by Thursday, actually by Wednesday, there was only one chicken that didn't get back into the coop. But by the weekend, most of them were finding their way, following the other hens up into the coop and settling down for the night. And so last night went out to close them all up, and all but one had made it into the coop, and even that little one was almost there. So we have one chick, one of our sapphire gems, has a club foot. Her whatever talons, feet thingies are curled, and so I think she has a hard time getting up the ladder because of that. So she was actually like propped on the second to the top rung of the ladder into the coop. So she got that far, and so I'm hoping by this week she's getting in the coop all by herself. She flies, she walks, she's everything just fine, but I think she's a hard time getting up the ladder. But the chicks are doing so well. So all 14 are thriving. They're in with the larger chickens. Every once in a while you see a little pecking happening, but for the most part they're all pretty cool and comfortable with each other. But the chicks have grown so much in this past week. After being outside, I said in one of the vlogs last week, it was like they're like mini chickens. They're fully feathered and they're just tiny. By that time and now they've doubled in size. So they're not quite the size of the full hens. They have a few more weeks before they get to that, but they are just looking so good. And I'm excited about the possible egg production that we're going to see here by the end of summer. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. So the last thing I really want to show you guys today is what we did on Saturday and just how well things are going. It's hot, I'm starting to sweat. So if you remember, peas, snap peas, green beans, all of them are looking really well. All of them looking good. And then blueberries and blueberries. And I'm excited because blueberries already have flowers coming up on them, or leaves coming up on them. So it was a lot of work on Saturday getting this flower bed ready to go, getting the tomato bed ready. But when I start seeing stuff like that, it makes it all worth it. Coming out here getting 12 eggs, 13 eggs, 14 eggs a day, that makes it worth it. And we are on our way. We're on our way to growing our own food. We are on our way to having fresh eggs. And before long, we're going to have our meat birds. And we'll be on the way to raising our own meat birds and having them processed and put in the freezer. And I'm excited about that. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how exciting all of that is. We're doing it. Like, we're planning and we're doing it. And I'm not even going to show you all of the stuff in the greenhouse. I'll save that for tomorrow's vlog. But the greenhouse is just, everything's exploding. We've got to get more things in the pots. We got to get more things in the ground. And then, in a couple days, I'm going to try to find somebody who has a tiller, a rototiller for us. Because down there, where we used to have the ducks, where we had our pumpkin patch, that's going to be our new big vegetable garden. When I say big, it's going to combine the two together and then double its width coming towards the house. So it's going to be a massive garden down there. I'm super excited. I talked about the herbs. Here you go. Cilantro. This is the curly pasta, or basil. These are the two that we picked up from Royal King. Looking great. Rosemary from last year. Look at that. It's fantastic. Growing back really well. And this is the parsley from last year. We got to cut that. So that's going great. And we picked up some strawberries. Have had moderate success with strawberries. Really excited about these. And we did it in a hanging plant because we saw that they will kind of vine out and spill over. And that's what I'm hoping happens with this basket. That the strawberries will just spill over and we'll see strawberries just hanging. That's the hope. Will it happen? Don't know. But one more big, exciting update. And that is this. Over the weekend, we finally hit 500. 500 subscribers. I am so excited. And that is all big thanks to you guys for subscribing and for coming and checking out. I've also seen an uptick in the vlog views. We don't get hundreds of views, not yet. Someday I dream of hundreds of views. But I have noticed that we're being watched and the numbers are starting to climb and grow, and I love that, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Keep watching. We're going to keep putting out videos. We're going to try to keep them short and quick and to the point. But sometimes I get a little winded because I get so excited by what I'm seeing happening with the chickens, happening with the garden, and I just can't help but share it with you guys. But I got to get to work, so let me say again, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We got a ton of content coming to you all summer long. We want to keep sharing everything that we do, all the success that we've had, all the mistakes that I make, as we try to grow our own garden, have our own storage of food, have our own meat birds, have our own laying hens. We'll share everything, all the good, all the bad, ups, downs, everything. I'm going to bring it to you guys. So far, we're enjoying the up. It's all good, and we're really excited. So, join us for the summer. It's going to be great. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, check out our socials, Life in the Higham House. We'll be posting pictures and updates and reminders, all sorts of fun stuff there. So make sure you're following along with us on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to focus on those two platforms primarily. Not much happens on Twitter, now known as X, but we're gonna keep hitting up Facebook and Instagram pretty hard. So make sure you're following us. All right, I gotta go. Gotta get to work. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here, Life in the Higham House. Later.